Hello, Retro Simmers. Welcome to West Anime Sims. My name is Kelvin, and how are you doing? We are back with another speed build. This time in conjunction with my upcoming live stream as well as Chinese New Year. I'm going to build another Malaysian Chinese style building or build. I'm going to build a restaurant or a diner of sorts that is fusing the American diner style with Chinese restaurant style. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So this lot will be called Fortune Cookie Diner. So this will be a very interesting lot. It will be owned by one of the characters that I will create in my custom neighborhood. So yeah, if you like this content and like this video, please give me a like and subscribe to Anime Sims for more updates on Retro Sims content. We are still on a road to grow to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing if you already have subscribed so far. It really helps the Retro Simming gaming community, and it really motivates me to build more and to play more Sims 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, on to this build. So this build will be designed to be placed on a corner lot between two streets. So the entry will be at the corner, a diagonal side. Eventually, as the build goes on, I made a lot of structural changes. I made the diagonal side a bit more smaller because diagonal walls aren't really friendly to build items in the As I said, diagonal walls aren't really friendly to place objects around. But so yeah, I have to shrink it down a little bit, and the roofing will be the same. And I encountered a problem that it is not very is unique for diagonal roofs, that I cast a really weird shadow on the diagonal side of the roof, so I cannot do the same thing as the Malaysian shop houses as well as the treasure chest toy store that has been done previously. So yeah, I have to do something different. I almost give up on building this lot because the diagonal roofs. I actually pause and continue the next day. So eventually I figure out to build a front with a platform and also a half wall. So it looks like some Art Deco style to it. By the way, Art Deco style is pretty common in Malaysian shop houses, especially if they are built around the early 20th century, pre-independence. So it is not too far off borrowing Art Deco style to this build. Although still the roofing looks pretty ugly in the corners there, so I have to use some things to hide and to make it less obvious. Eventually, I made actually two reconstructions for the front of the lot, so it looks a bit more smaller for the diagonal side, as you see in the final product. And yeah, and still the corners are inevitable, it's still pretty ugly. And one thing to note that I actually use these column arches to build the front part of the building. And eventually I wanted to paint it in a dark brown, kind of a dark wood kind of a look, but eventually I changed it into a more salmon pink to match the walls. And yeah, in the two ends of this build. One side will be the bathroom and the kitchen, and the other side will be the dining area with a little bar on that side. And I really use a lot of those booth seats and make it a little bit more of a diner style booth. And I just noticed I made it the whole restaurant a little bit too dark. So I did brighten up a bit with using some items that are not so dark, with putting the windows in a white edge instead of a yellow one to give a little bit of a contrast, and also change the color scheme to be a bit more brighter on the outside. So yeah, using white and red, a little bit of pink on the outside to make it really stand out and be noteworthy, because this lot would be owned by somebody who is pretty wealthy in this neighborhood, because this family actually owns both restaurants. Or another Chinese restaurant I built in the early few years ago, and I'm going to include it in this neighborhood as well. But it's not in my original canon, but I figure out why not, because I want to make them the family having a huge food empire, so naturally they own multiple restaurants in the neighborhood. So yeah, this will be a more diner style, and the Chinese restaurant is more of a luxurious fine dining style. So there's two different settings in this neighborhood to dine out. So I would really love that. And yeah, even in The Sims 2 in downtown, they have different places to eat. The restaurants are feeling really different in each lot, so definitely not too far off from the realm. Not just one neighborhood only have one restaurant. That's a bit too dull. You can pick and choose a little bit. And yep, and adding some half walls to section off some of the areas, as well as the bathroom area for a little bit more privacy. As for the back, I didn't expect to have a little bit of a huge area at the back. So I will have a back alley going on with a little bit of a park where it's not really well maintained because this is after all a pretty city center area, so greens, bushes and trees aren't really lush in this area of the town, so give it a more off brownish terrain paint and with some seating and some trees to have a little bit of a urban green space. Eventually, I also changed the floor tiles at the back to make it much more dynamic. I really like the pattern floor tiles too because it does give a much more personality to the build. As for the top floor, I made it like a shell, so I have like an open space on the ceiling and line up with some fencing that's not really at the balcony area. And also I made the back area the balcony as well, even though it's non-accessible, so I just make it as a facade for the top floor. So I give it a more high ceiling feel to it instead of a bit more cramped and cozy, so it's a bit more airy to the in this build. okay, that's pretty much all I want to share about this fortune cookie restaurant or diner. What do you guys think? Please leave me a comment and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to West Anime Sims for more updates on retro Sims content. The link to download this build as well as the screenshots will be up down in the description, as well as my social media pages, Instagram and Tumblr. Please do give these channels a follow. Anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye! And also, please stay tuned for the live stream. I'm so excited to chat with you all live. It's really nervous. I'm not so sure how it will work out. I hope that it will work out much fine. So yeah. And also do remember, I do already open for memberships. If you are really interested to become a member of Retro Sims Club, so give it a little mere 5 ringgit a month. So you can become a member, so you can get early access to my videos, you can get some shoutouts, and also prioritize on your comments. So yeah, a little bit of the perks, not so much, but this is pretty much what I could provide so far for this membership. Anyways, that's all for all these news, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!